Today's video is going to be about why I only wear gray. I've been wearing gray for about 5.5 years now. As of today, I've been wearing gray for 1,986 days straight, only gray. Socks, underwear, pants, shirts, hats, backpacks, everything all gray. All my jewelry is gray, rings, necklaces, sunglasses, everything gray. Like I said, for about 5.5 years. So I wanted to make a video about why, because I'm often asked, why? Why do you wear gray? For what? Over the years, the answer just got more and more complicated, really. And so I thought I'd just make a video about it to explain it once and for all and kind of just get it out of the way, and just so I can organize my own thoughts and kind of understand it better myself. So I'm going to break this video down into 3 sections. Section 1 is why I started to wear gray. Section 2 is why I kept wearing gray. And section 3 is why I'm going to keep wearing gray. Okay, so why I started wearing gray in the first place. I think for a while before I started, I believed in and became obsessed with a concept of designing my life in the way that I wanted it to be. You know, everything from your diet to your occupation to the city you lived in to your surroundings, you know, the way your house looks. It's everything to even, you know, what you wear. And taking that idea one step further, I believe you can design your legacy. And I'm an artist and I wanted to design my own legacy, and I wanted people to remember me for certain things. So I realized that the clothes that I wear will end up in pictures of me, and the pictures will last after I'm gone. And I figured that was a good place to start. And so I started to think of, like, which artist do I know that had a uniform? And some of my favorite people from history had uniforms, like Andy Warhol and Steve Jobs. Like, Warhol had the striped shirt and the wig and sometimes the glasses that he would wear out, and that was his uniform, his costume. I think he referred to it as his costume. Steve Jobs had the black turtleneck with the blue jeans and the New Balance. So in that vein, I kind of wanted to think of something that represented me. And I don't really know how I landed on gray. I do know that the day that I started wearing gray, I actually wore this shirt. I was on the way to a museum in New York, I think the Whitney. I needed an outfit, and I went to the thrift store, saw this shirt, and I bought it, and I was wearing all gray. And then I had a tweet that I wrote that day. I said I might wear all gray for a year straight. And I took a picture on a gray couch in the museum and posted that picture, might wear all gray for a year straight. And after that, after the response I saw, I was like, oh shit, this could be cool. You know, so I went to the thrift store, got some more clothes. I just kept going from there. And I do consider myself somewhat of a minimalist or an essentialist in the way that I don't want to necessarily have to think so much about my day-to-day life. And I don't really want that many items. I'm not too materialistic. I do want nice things, but I don't want a lot of things. So I think at that time of my life, a lot was going on. I was going through a lot of different changes. I had just got an apartment in New York, so I was couch surfing for like the first year I was living in New York. And I just got an apartment. I had just switched jobs from being working at a creative agency to working with a rapper. I had recently just got a new girlfriend. I think a lot of things were changing in my life, and I wanted something that I can control. And I think that manifested itself in the clothing, in wanting to wear only one color. I think all of that kind of played into why I needed to decide to wear basically the same thing every day. And then in the whole process, like, you know, thinking of would I wear all black or would I wear all white or all red or all green or all yellow, I think none of those things really made sense as much as all gray. Like, all white is too pretentious. All black is too obvious for creatives. You know, every creative wears all black, you know, as their uniform. And I think I kind of just landed in the middle, literally in the middle, with choosing all gray. And I think all gray is super futuristic looking as well. I like the fact that it's the same color as stone, the same color as rocks. I feel like it's the color of the future. And it's a neutral color. It's in the middle. It's, it's not too far this way or too far that way. And, all those reasons mixed in is kind of why I started to wear all gray. So that's why I started wearing all gray. Why did I continue to wear all gray? I think I just liked it. As soon as I started it, as soon as I sent the tweet out, as soon as I started wearing it, it felt like a way to orient my life in a specific direction. It made my life easier as soon as I made the decision. I felt myself, the next store that I went into to look for clothes, I went and scanned the whole rack, saw the gray shirt, looked at it, see if I wanted it or not. No, I don't. Went to the pants section, scanned the whole pants section looking for gray. Saw if I wanted the pants. No. Same thing with the shoe section. And so instantly it kind of made my life easier, and it gave me a reason to say no to certain items in the store. When certain shoes came out, it gave me a reason to not have to have those shoes. So I was definitely saving money on clothing as soon as I started wearing only gray. And then once I started collecting more and more gray pieces, then my closet started to look pleasing to me. It started to, I liked the way my closet looked. I liked the way my shoes looked against my closet. I started to just enjoy the whole process of finding great items and adding it to my collection. It just became an enjoyable thing for me, an actual like ongoing project that I can add and delete things from over time, and it wasn't that difficult of a thing to keep up with. Also, it kind of helped me develop my personal style. I think before I wore only gray, I would just wear anything, any combination of anything. And I think, I'm still young now, but when I was younger, at that time, my style was way less developed, which is like what I like to wear. And I think wearing one color helps you kind of hone in on exactly what you want to wear and exactly how you want to wear things. And I think 5 years later, I'm just now kind of getting the benefits of, oh yeah, I know exactly the kind of clothes I like. I know, exactly what I'm looking for when I go to a store. And I think that process happened faster for me because I kind of like had to look at the actual pieces of clothing instead of being allowed to have everything in the store. I had to look at only gray pieces, so I had to figure out which kind of style I liked actually. Eventually, as I kept going, my peers got wind of it. They would tell other people that I only wear gray, and it just kind of became my thing. And it feels really good to have a thing. It feels really good to have something that you're known for, and outside of your art or outside of your occupation, it felt like it became a part of me. And so that's why I kept going. So that's why I started wearing all gray, why I kept wearing all gray, and this is why I will keep wearing all gray. I think at this point, like I was saying, it just became a part of my identity. It became a part of my legacy. Cameron has pink, Jay-Z has blue, Picasso had his blue period. I think even if I only do it for a certain amount of time, it could be called my gray period if you take a step back and look at my legacy as a whole. And I think if I keep going, it could just be a unique thing, like the green lady in New York, the old lady who's like 80 and she's wearing only green for her whole life. So I think it could just be something that I can own, and why overthink that? When you already have a thing, why overthink it? So why I'm going to keep going is because, like I said, I'm kind of a minimalist. I'm kind of an essentialist. I don't want to complicate my life too much. So if I already have a thing, and if it's already working, and if it's made my life easier, why wouldn't I keep doing it? And honestly, I haven't fully gotten my gray bag yet. I haven't fully gotten every single piece that I want. Like, there's a few Louis V pieces that I want still. There's a lot of human made pieces that I want still. There's a bunch of shoes that I still want. There's a bunch of Yeezys that I still want. A few of my homies have brands of their own. I'm still waiting for them to make great pieces, so like, it's not done yet. I haven't dropped my own line of gray clothing yet. I haven't done an art exhibition all about grayscale. And the vision hasn't been fully realized, and I can feel that. Partly because I still have the same shirt. It's been my favorite shirt since I bought it, but 5.5 years later, like, I still haven't fully realized the full gray vision. And so for that reason, I'm gonna keep wearing all gray. Everybody has a different version of essentialism or minimalism. Mine isn't as extreme as some other people I might have seen on YouTube, but this is my version of simplifying my life because it accomplishes so many things at once. It accomplishes something for my art legacy. It accomplishes something for my pockets. It accomplishes something for my personal life, my social life. It accomplishes something for my personal style development. In so many areas of my life, it enhances. And for all those reasons is why I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep wearing all gray until, I don't know. We'll see.